These, of course, are both empty. And then reloaded as commodities at the freight depot. Now let's take a look at how the freight depot looks now. We've already picked up Genesee and Wyoming 100,022, and we've spotted Wisconsin Southern 503 196 and TH&B 4589. However, we still have quite a bit of work to do at the freight depot. GNWR 100,003 is going to be staying here, as well as Buffalo Creek 1137 for another time. We also see DMM 1730 sitting at the freight depot. That is going to be staying here. As well, Buffalo Rochester and Pittsburgh 4529 and 4547. Well, those are both empties that are going to be pulled. DNH 20230, that's another empty that's going to be pulled. But then DNH 22241 and B&O 467000, well, those are staying here as well. Then we have over here on the platform track 3 boxcars, 3 boxcars, 2 40-foot and 1 36-foot. We have Union Pacific. That one is going to be staying there. And so is Rutland at the end there. What is going to be pulled, however, is the RMP 4580, which is a load of buttons. And to be put in there is Buffalo Creek 1655 and BRMP 4535. So let's dig that car out, shall we? But first, let's take the Genesee, Wyoming down and put it aside so we can get stuff out. Now, of course, we've switched out the GNWR boxcar, and we're going to add the BRMP boxcar to that, and then put that at the head of our train, and then set out the 2 cars that are going to be going. Down to the freight depot platform. crossing Alaska Creek. Eventually there'll be a bridge there. Now with the BRMP and the G&W boxcars, both out of the way, they can now shove their train down to clear the crossing so they can get now they have those cars clear, so now they can go down and they can grab those cars off the elevator factory spur and put them on their train. Okay, now we have the train coupled back together, and now we have to come down, and we're actually going to end up putting that Buffalo Creek and the Buffalo Western Pittsburgh Railway between the UP and Rutland boxcars anyway. Since I had to pull that UP boxcar down, I figured I might as well just gives us less moves than taking the UP down there. And it doesn't really matter because they can load them with a forklift. And they don't have a ramp for the driveway, and they load and unload there too, so. Now, having picked up the cars from they were temporarily set aside on the elevator factory spur, we're now pulling these cars down. Nice load of flour. So now we have two loads of flour at the freight depot to be unloaded. Now let's go down to the freight depot and watch them shove into there. Didn't quite get the drone down here in time, and they're almost spotted. Drone in 1955 or whatever. Yeah, that's quite a time-traveling drone. And those cars are now spotted at the freight depot platform. Now the only thing left we have to do is we have to spot this car, and this car at the freight depot ramp. That one might end up getting moved next time. And they have to go behind this boxcar because they have to pick up these three. So, how would we do that? Well, we take the B&O caboose, we put it against here, then we put these 3 cars back over here so they're out of the way, and then we come over here, couple onto these, pull them down, all out, couple back onto these, pull them back, shove them down, then uncouple, set aside these 3 on this track, and then put these 2 back, and then we have everything ready to go. So, first, we pull ahead. Now we're shoveling our caboose onto the freight depot ramp track. Now with the caboose out of the way, then we can set aside our 3 cars for the freight depot ramp. Now, with those cars left there, then we go back to the freight depot ramp to grab the cars we need to. Now we pull out the string of cars from the freight depot ramp. And look at that nice Prime for Grime DMM IQ boxcar. So out of place in a 1920 to 1960 layout, but shows that power cap. Now they have coupled up to the cars that they have to put in the freight depot ramp. Now I can see that the cars are being spotted at the freight depot ramp, which has not been built yet. Now I need to set aside 4529, 4547, and 20230 onto that track. And now that those are out of the way, then we can put 22241 and 467000 back on the freight depot ramp track. Now with cars spotted, now we collect our 3 cars from the freight depot, and then work here is over. The train will take the cars off way out to the siding up on the hill that 3 trains drop off cars at, and that'll be it. So, our final look at the train is now. If you enjoyed this uploading session, as you can see, I'm slow to get scenery done in the layout. So, but we're working on scenery, as you can see by a couple changes that I made. CP Silver Springs, milepost 368, and Norfolk Southern Tier Line. Keep on loving trains. Tim out.